Crypto wins big in America. Historic legislation passed. Imagine a turning point in history where cryptocurrencies stepped out of the shadows and into the spotlight of mainstream finance. This is precisely what happened in America last week, marking a monumental shift in how the US government views digital currencies. President Trump signed the Genius Act into law, the first major piece of cryptocurrency legislation passed by Congress, setting the stage for a new era of financial regulation. For years, the US government took a cautious stance toward cryptocurrencies, viewing them as too volatile and risky for both individuals and the broader financial system. However, the recent approval of the Genius Act signals a dramatic change in policy. This legislation specifically targets stablecoins, a type of cryptocurrency designed to be more stable in value by being pegged to traditional fiat currencies like the dollar or euro. Following the vote, the overall market valuation of cryptocurrencies soared to a record-breaking $4 trillion, reflecting the euphoria and optimism within the industry. During a ceremonial signing at the White House, President Trump emphasized the importance of establishing American leadership in both global finance and crypto technology. Today, we cement America's position as the crypto capital of the planet, he declared, surrounded by cheering Republican lawmakers. However, the crypto landscape isn't without controversy. Another significant bill, known as the Clarity Act, was also approved by the House. This act aims to transfer regulatory oversight of the crypto sector from the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, to the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, CFTC. Critics argue that this shift could weaken regulatory scrutiny, potentially leading to increased risks for consumers and the economy. Supporters of the Genius Act, including key figures in the crypto community, view the legislation as a crucial step toward financial innovation. Stablecoins, they argue, offer a safer alternative to traditional cryptocurrencies due to their backing by fiat currencies. Companies like Borderless.xyz believe that stablecoins could revolutionize international transactions by eliminating costly and time-consuming bank fees. As Kevin Latiniadi, CEO of Borderless.xyz, puts it, in the next decade or two, stablecoins will likely become the default method for global commerce. Critics, on the other hand, are skeptical. They contend that the protections offered by the Genius Act are insufficient and that the bill has been heavily influenced by the crypto industry through lobbying and campaign contributions. Amanda Fisher from Better Markets highlights the risks. While there are issues with the current payment system, this bill doesn't solve them and may create new problems. Despite the criticism, the crypto sector remains optimistic, bolstered by President Trump's support and substantial financial resources. With plans to focus on passing the Clarity Act next, the industry aims to further reduce regulatory barriers. Under the previous administration, the SEC and Department of Justice had taken a tough stance on the crypto sector, culminating in the conviction of former FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried. The crypto industry argues that digital currencies require unique regulations tailored to their innovative nature. Mark Hayes from Americans for Financial Reform raises a critical point. We risk conducting an uncontrolled experiment on our financial system using a technology that hasn't yet fulfilled its promises. The debate over the right balance between innovation and regulation will undoubtedly continue as the crypto sector looks to expand its influence. In conclusion, while the Genius Act represents a significant milestone, the journey toward fully integrating cryptocurrencies into the mainstream financial system is far from over. The coming weeks and months will reveal whether this new legislative framework can deliver on its promise of fostering growth while protecting consumers. Genius Act signed into law, what it means for stablecoins and crypto in 2025. A seismic shift in the world of digital finance just hit the headlines. President Donald Trump has officially signed the Genius Act into law a landmark piece of legislation that could redefine the future of stablecoins. But here's where it gets controversial. This move not only reshapes regulations but also raises eyebrows about potential conflicts of interest. Let's break it down. Stablecoins, cryptocurrencies pegged to stable assets like the US dollar or gold, have become a cornerstone of the crypto ecosystem. Imagine a digital dollar that never loses value, even as Bitcoin fluctuates wildly. That's the promise of stablecoins, which act as a buffer for traders and a reliable medium for everyday transactions. For example, if you own one stablecoin, it's theoretically worth exactly $1, making it far less risky than other cryptocurrencies. Now, meet the **Genius Act**, guiding and establishing national innovation for U.S. Stablecoins Act. This law creates a federal framework to regulate stablecoin issuers, replacing the current patchwork of state and federal rules. Think of it as a traffic signal for a chaotic intersection, finally bringing order to a rapidly growing industry. The bipartisan support behind this bill shows that both sides of the political aisle see the need for clarity, even if their motivations differ. Trump, flanked by lawmakers and industry leaders, called the bill a massive validation of the crypto sector's potential. This could be the greatest revolution in financial technology since the internet, he declared at a White House signing ceremony. But here's the twist. Trump's own ties to crypto projects have sparked heated debates. His family's stake in World Liberty Financial, a company that launched its own stablecoin, and the explosive success of his meme coin, which raked in over $320 million in fees, have critics questioning whether the law truly serves the public interest. And this is the part most people miss. The Genius Act includes a loophole. While it bans Congress members from profiting off stablecoins, it explicitly excludes the president and his family. Does this exemption undermine the law's credibility? Or is it a necessary compromise to pass such a pivotal bill? The crypto world is watching closely. Will this legislation cement the US as the crypto capital of the world, as Trump claims? Or will the controversies surrounding its passage overshadow its potential benefits? We'd love to hear your take. Do you think the law is a fair step forward, or does it favor those in power? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Trump signs Genius Act. What the new crypto law means for American finance stablecoin regulation. In a bold move that could reshape the financial landscape, President Donald Trump has officially enacted new legislation concerning cryptocurrency, a development that supporters claim marks a pivotal moment for the sector. During a recent address from the White House, Trump celebrated the signing of the Genius Act, which introduces essential regulations and safeguards for stablecoins, cryptocurrencies whose values are pegged to stable assets like traditional currencies or commodities. This signing event concluded what Trump referred to as Crypto Week, a period during which 3 significant cryptocurrency bills were processed through the legislative system. Ultimately, only the stablecoin-related bill reached the president's desk. 2 additional proposals, one aimed at prohibiting government-backed digital currencies and another designed to clarify the regulatory framework for various cryptocurrency products, were forwarded from the House of Representatives to the Senate, where they are still awaiting a vote. Despite this, Trump characterized the bill signing ceremony as a monumental step towards reinforcing America's leadership in global finance and cryptocurrency technology. Advocates within the industry argue that legislation like the Genius Act is crucial for mainstreaming cryptocurrency in the United States, as they believe that the current lack of regulatory clarity has been a significant barrier to broader public acceptance of digital currencies. However, this initiative has not been without its critics. Concerns have been raised regarding the Trump family's close connections to the cryptocurrency sector, particularly their investment in World Liberty Financial, a company that has introduced its own stablecoin, $1. Critics point out that the recent wave of Republican-led legislation fails to address whether a sitting president can maintain financial interests in cryptocurrency, potentially opening the door to corruption. Democratic lawmakers have also voiced their disapproval of the Genius Act, arguing that it establishes an insufficient regulatory framework that could lead to long-term financial instability and allow large corporations to create their own private cryptocurrencies. Despite the backlash, Trump reaffirmed his commitment to the cryptocurrency industry during his speech, indicating plans to advance his proposal for a national crypto reserve. He positioned his administration as a stark contrast to the previous administration under President Joe Biden, which had taken a more stringent approach to investigating cryptocurrency-related offenses. Since beginning his second term in January, Trump has terminated several investigations initiated during Biden's presidency and disbanded a specialized enforcement team within the Department of Justice that focused on cryptocurrency. Notably, some leaders from the cryptocurrency sector who had previously been scrutinized by the government were present at the White House during the signing. In his remarks, Trump acknowledged the progress made since the Biden administration, stating, "You've come a long way since the Biden administration, when they had no idea what you were all talking about, and half of you were under arrest for no reason whatsoever." He specifically mentioned industry figures such as Brian Armstrong, Chris Pavlovski, and the Winklevoss twins, all of whom had faced investigations by the Securities and Exchange Commission under Biden's leadership. "Let me say, the entire crypto community, 4 years you were mocked and dismissed and counted out," Trump declared. "You were counted out as little as a year and a half ago, but this signing is a massive validation." But here's where it gets controversial. Is this legislation truly beneficial for the future of cryptocurrency, or does it merely serve the interests of a select few? What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below.